Is it possible to do ultra lightweight camping with normal equipment? Today we're going to find out. After searching on Google and reading through some subreddits, I've seen online that to be considered an ultra lightweight pack, it has to be under 5 kilos. If you're between 5 and 10 kilos, that's considered light packing. And if you're between 10 kilo and 20 kilo, that's considered pretty normal. If you're over 20 kilo, you need to get your head looked at because you're probably bringing the kitchen sink with you. My pack today was 4.9 kilos. And you know what? It wasn't even that hard to do. There wasn't that much compromise. And it almost feels like no weight at all. Class. There are a lot of advantages to going out ultralight camping. I'm experiencing one of them right now, and it's basically you feel like you've no weight on your back at all. It's absolutely amazing. My normal backpack weight would be maybe 14-15 kilos, and like I said, this one's 4.9. Tell a lie, it's about 5.3, including camera equipment for recording, because I have 2 cameras, tripod, I have recharger, I have batteries. Obviously the main advantage of going ultralight is to save weight so that you can walk further, you don't get fatigued, your legs don't burn out, and you can go over a whole bunch of different terrain than you would normally be able to go over if you were having a 15 or 20 kilo rucksack. And then some of the biggest disadvantages are no camping chair, no fire pit, no air mattress, small amount of clothes, crappy food, no water, no beer. But we're not here to talk about the disadvantages. Let's go and find somewhere beautiful to camp. There's Loch Shanna down there. This is where we're camping. We're going to camp on the beach side tonight. It's going to take me around 15 or 20 minutes to walk around. And when we get there, I will start breaking down my rucksack and showing you exactly what I've brought with me. We're just passing the wee brick building now. Let's have a look inside. Yep, completely filled with rubbish. Not a surprise at all. Look at the beauty that we're in. And people can't even carry their own rubbish home. It's a shame. Private beach. You wouldn't get this in Tenerife, would you? Ah. That echoed like crazy from way, way behind me. Hey, not sure whether to camp up here on the grass or down on the sand. I'll need to make a decision soon though. What an absolutely amazing view. This is class. Right, I'll show you what I've got in my backpack. There we go, folks. That is the rucksack, completely empty. Everything I've brought with me is on screen right now and weighs 4.9 kilos. First thing is the tent. So I'm out tonight in a Lanchan 1 tracking pole tent. The reason that it's so small and light is because it doesn't have any poles, hence the name tracking pole tent. I can't tell you the exact weight of it. I can tell you that it's under 1 kilo, but I will put the exact weight on the screen for you now. So look, I'm gonna get this set up and then we'll start looking into the rest of the kit. There we have it, folks. That is the tent fully up. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say it was easy. It took me about 20 minutes to do. The pegs would not stay on the ground. I had brought these with me because these are supposed to go in the soft ground, but they're absolutely rubbish. What I ended up doing was just using the normal pegs and putting bricks in front of them. So next thing would be sleeping setup. I do not have a sleeping mat with me. That is probably the biggest sacrifice that I've had to give up so that I can get my pack to under 5 kilo. But what I've replaced it with is a foam roll-up pad, and in the middle of that there is one of them foil sheets. So we'll set this up and hopefully it'll be good for tonight. The next part of the sleeping system is the sleeping bag. So this is just the normal sleeping bag that I use. It's 3-season, it's synthetic, it weighs about 1 kilo, it's absolutely massive, but we're doing ultra lightweight with normal gear. Last but not least is a pillow. I do normally like my fluffy pillow, but I have brought out an inflatable one tonight, and if it does me tonight, that's it. You know, that's all I need it for really. It's not really the same as a fluffy pillow, but it'll do the job. Just testing the bed out to see what it'll be like for tonight. And you know what? Sleeping on the sand, I think it'll be pretty comfy. It sort of just molds into the shape of your body, which is real nice. Like right now, I'm sort of just molding my butt into the shape of it so I can sit here. Right, next thing that we're going to look at is clothes. So inside here, I don't have a lot of clothes with me. I have a pair of socks, pair of underwear, pair of gloves, woolly hat. I have a long sleeve t-shirt, and I have a fleece. And that is all that I've got with me. Normally I would bring a wee bit more, but for today, like I say, absolute minimum for everything. The next thing we're going to look at is CookSet, food and water and juice. For the CookSet, I have a pretty standard one. So it's maybe 800 mils on the bottom, 400 mils on the top. You can fit your gas in it and your stove. I had thought about bringing out a solid fuel burner, but to be honest with you, I just like the gas. Next thing we'll look at is food. Sticking with a lightweight theme, went with super noodles and some spicy noodles. Went with some pork jerky, flapjack that's full of calories, about 400 calories in one of these. I have a track power bar, and then for breakfast I have some porridge oats. I got these porridge oats because you only need to add water to these, because in the ingredients it says that there's milk powder already, which is a plus. There's not many of these pots that do that. For drinks, I have these sachets. These are brilliant. These are only 3 grams each. I have 5 of them with me. Sport, kiwi, have an energy one, iced tea and mango flavour. And these can be drank hot or cold, and they can actually be mixed with milk as well. I've mixed them with milk. And then I have some tea and coffee. And to finish off what I've brought with me, I have this wee pack that's got a toothbrush, toothpaste, smidge hairnet. I have a couple of heat pads, just for in case it gets cold during the night. I have my flaxtail pump with me. Even though I don't have my ear pad, I've brought this with me for the lamp. And last but not very least is this head torch that I have been sent out by a company called Wuben. This is a pre-production model, and we'll be giving that a good test out and talking about this more in detail later on. There you have it, folks. That is what a 5 kilo ultra lightweight pack looks like when you're using just normal equipment. The time now, it's coming up about 5:15. I think I'm just going to chill out for half an hour and then think about starting to get something to eat maybe. Here we go. Best seat in the Mournes. What an absolutely amazing spot. If you don't know already, this is my favourite seat in the mountains. And I get caught up when making my videos that sometimes I just forget to sit down and take it all in and just chill for a while. There you can see the tent over there. Maybe have a zoom. But yeah, I think I'm just going to chill here for another 10 minutes and then back to the tent, and I'll make some super noodles. Look at the clouds and the mountains reflecting off the water. That's what I love about this loch here. It's always really calm. Here we are back to our private beach. Time to get some dinner. I'm going to go for my chicken super noodles, and if I'm still a wee bit hungry later on, I'll eat the spicy noodles. I was thinking over there while I was on my rock, because it is my rock, that, you know, I didn't really have to sacrifice that much to be able to get my pack down to 5 kilo. I mean, apart from my air mat, you know, what else have I really gave up? The only things I could really think of is like my table, a chair, you know, plates, cup, you know, food, drink. You know, when you don't bring all that stuff, I don't think that my camp tonight is going to be any worse than normal because I've brought less stuff. You know, apart from my sleep pad, but we'll see what the result of that is in the morning. But yeah, I sort of thought it was going to be a bit rubbish. Well, I was a wee bit nervous coming up, but now that I'm here, it's dead on. It is absolutely fine. So before I throw my noodles in the water, I need to heat the water up. We all know how to make noodles, so we'll do it like this. Coffee time. What do you think about that for a hack? And boom! Noodles all nice and done. Good stuff. I was thinking as well about the other things that I had to sacrifice that I didn't mention. I checked the weather forecast and it's not going to be raining, so I didn't bring any waterproofs with me, and I didn't bring any first aid kit with me either. So, you know, those are things that you should kind of always bring with you, and I normally do, but like I say, I'm trying to save weight, and you know, a first aid kit weighs, well, not that much, probably like 200 grams. Anyway, dinner time. No. Oh. Guess that's one of the plus things about super noodles and staying at a loch. It's very easy to wash. Do you know what, I'm looking here and I'm thinking that I probably will go up on top of Doan, because the skies are looking dead on, and it would give me an excuse to give that head torch a good test by walking back down in the dark. There we go. Oh. This is done. So I have decided that I'm just going to head on up toward Doan. Sunset is in about 30 or 40 minutes. If I don't really do any recording, I should be able to make it in time. I'm trying to think of the very quickest way to get up there. So this is for where we're headed here. I think I actually need to go over here and then cut up the side. I don't know if I can get up anywhere in this middle. I know I can get up around here, but I don't know about that middle part. And because we're on a time budget, I don't want to be sort of risking it, you know. So I'll see you up there on top. So I ended up taking a shortcut. I ended up just going straight up. I'm a wee bit out of breath, but making good time and almost there as well. So another 5 minutes and we should be on top. That's us on top of Doan now. There's Loch Shanna and the tent is somewhere around there. You get epic views from up here. Sunset's gone, by the way. There's Silent Valley. Absolutely class. I love this time of day during twilight. Look at the lovely big green valley down there. Oh yeah. Alright. I think before we leave the summit and head back down to the tent, we should do a 360. There we are, looking out onto the RC. Again, Benyon, Commodore, Donard, Berna, Maidmore. Back around the Loch Shanna again. Absolutely amazing. And then we're heading this way. And then we're going to basically cut down this grass bank, walk along here until we get to there. And then I'll be able to start chilling. Oh. Right folks, that's us back to camp now. So I have used this head torch to walk down from Doan and did the job pretty good. It's from a company called Wuben. It's a Chinese company, but they don't normally make head torches. They normally make tactical torches like this here. It's got your spotlight and then your floodlight. It has adjustables so you can point it down at the ground. And the bonus about this is that the battery pack comes out and can be replaced with 3 AAA batteries. So charges off USB Type-C, and I think that the rechargeable batteries is always really good. The headband is dead on. You know, it's a headband. It has some like rubber around the edge that sticks to your head. The spotlight low setting looks like this. The medium setting looks like this. And this is the top setting. Then moving on to the floodlight. This is the low setting. This is the medium setting. And then this is the top setting. And then one of the things I like about it is if you double tap, it'll go into turbo mode. And turbo mode looks like this. Then, as pretty standard with head torches, it has a red light, it has a continuous red light, SOS, and it has a beacon signal as well. Lastly, it's IP68 waterproof, so if you're walking around and it's torrential rain, you don't really have any problems with it. If you're interested in one, you can get them on Amazon. They should be released by the time this video is uploaded, and the link will be in the description below. It has started to get a wee bit nippy outside, so I've come into my tent to warm up. Not looking forward to sleeping tonight without my airpad. The ground is lumpy and I can feel it's cold. And because we're staying on a beach, there's sand all over the place. And the lanchan didn't pitch too good either, so it's very, very floppy. But, you know, aside from that there, no problem. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier on, when I was on top of Doan, I bumped into Natalie Outdoors. She's bivvy camping tonight up there. And I was out earlier on.
Wonder can he see me from there?
And I seen that she had her light and she was shining her light down at me, so I went and grabbed my light and shined it back at her and started waving it about to let her know that I could see her.
There's Johnny down there. See the light?
And then I thought, here, we're about maybe like 400 or 500 meters apart. She's on top of Doan and I'm on the beach end of Loch Shanna, so I thought maybe I have a shout, maybe she'll hear me.
Hello! I can hear him. That's crazy how sound travels.
So shouted hello, and she definitely heard me because she shouted something back and then was showing the light again for a wee minute and then disappeared. So yeah, anyway, I hope she had a good night up there. Aside from that happening, I've just been chilling from I got back to the tent. I've actually been sat just at the door of the tent with it open, staring out into the stars because the skies are absolutely clear and you can see, you can just see hundreds of thousands of dots in the sky and it looks amazing. And because I'm right in front of the loch, the mountains are reflecting off it as well. So I just sort of sat there and, you know, I planned to only sit there for a couple of minutes, but I was probably there for about an hour and my hands got freezing, so that's why I come back into the tent. But yeah, like I said, she's coming up now, about 11:30, and it'll be time for me to go to bed. I normally eat something, but I don't have that much food with me. I had a muesli bar whenever I got back from Doan, and I don't really have any other food to eat. So, oh, I have jerky. I'll maybe have a couple of bits of beef jerky. Pork jerky, it's pork jerky. I'll maybe have a couple of bits of that there. But then I'd need to brush my teeth again. Don't know. Anyways, I'll see you in the morning, guys. Time to get some breakfast. Good morning, folks. Porridge and coffee for breakfast. I just seen that I'd only got the original and it's kind of stinking. I mean, it's edible, but I normally get it with like a golden syrup or something like that there. So it's a pretty decent morning. Like, you can't see any of the summits, but it's not cold, it's not windy, there are no midges about. So, you know, that's a win for me, and it's 8 o'clock. So, you know, that's pretty good. And I slept okay last night as well. Like I say, I was a wee bit worried about not having an air pad, but yeah, it was okay. I'm a side sleeper, so you sort of, it's not that comfortable until you sort of make like a wee mold for yourself. Once you make a mold, it's dead on. But I had a few times where I sort of maybe had like a sore hip, but I've woke up, dandled up and down the beach here, and no pain at all, so all good. And I even turned around on my crappy inflatable pillow as well, and that turned out to be all right. So what I ended up doing with this was I ended up using my clothes bag, putting that on top, make it a wee bit higher. So I was putting my wee microphone on this morning, and I realised that the magnet is gone missing off it. Completely baffling, because I had been using it on the clip from when I arrived yesterday, so I have no idea how the magnet comes off. I mean, they're strong enough. And then I was sort of thinking back there that my intro yesterday, whenever I was jumping over the gate, I did that about 7 or 8 times. So I'm hoping that the magnet has sort of got stuck onto the gate somehow, and it's still going to be there when I arrive to the car park, but we'll find out when we get there. I think that the plan for me for the next 30 minutes is going to be finish off my porridge, my coffee, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then start packing up. And I'm hoping that because I've come with minimal gear, that it's not going to take a long time to pack up, but we'll find out. I'll tell you what, I'll be glad to get this tent put away. It is all floppy and saggy. These tents are not built for putting on the sand, and yet the sand gets everywhere as well. It's all in the tent. It just gets absolutely everywhere. So when I get this home this afternoon, I think I'm gonna have to throw it in the bathtub and shower it down a bit, because there's gonna be sand in it. The last time that I camped here was in a OEX Jackal 2, and I swear on my life it took about 4 months before all the sand was out of that thing. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here, enjoy this beautiful view, and I'm gonna finish my porridge off. There we have it, guys. So that is all of the stuff that I have out with me. I'm going home with noodles as well. And I forgot to mention yesterday that this backpack is just 30 litres. So all of this and my rubbish bag here needs to go into the rucksack. There we go, folks, time to leave. No points for guessing exactly where the tent was. Now, say it with me. Leave no, hope you didn't fall for that. Right, time to go. Goodbye, private beach. Right now, we're going to be heading right to the other end, and then we're going to go up this way, back toward the stile, and then back down to the car park. And then I'll see if my magnet got stuck to that gate or not. I'm kind of interested to find out. There you go. DJI magnet. I had asked at the start of the video, is it possible to do ultra lightweight camping using normal camping gear? And I think this video proves that it absolutely is possible. And you don't even need to give up that much sacrifice. I mean, apart from waterproofs and a first aid kit, everything else that I would normally bring that I didn't bring is just a luxury. If anything, I hope that you found the video entertaining at least. It's been really fun for me to make. This video idea has been on my hit list to do for a few months now, and it's coming into the winter soon, so better doing it sooner than later, because I wouldn't want to be doing this video in maybe 2 months' time. So look, if you've made it this far, thanks very much for watching. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button. If you like this sort of content, hit this video here. It's an absolute banger. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.